and I'm a Pilates teacher. I've been teaching Pilates in Shanghai for a long time. There we go. So the reason I say I'm a Pilates teacher is because I'm not a scientist. So I'm going to talk about some recent research on exercise, especially research on how exercise affects your mind. And then that's the first half, and then the second half I'm going to do some exercises. So I can't talk too long on research because, like I said, I'm a Pilates teacher, but I can go all day teaching exercise. So in a moment, you're going to get a chance to exercise with me, and we're going to do some exercises that affect our brains. Okay, so let's start. We all know that exercise benefits the body. There's years and years of research that shows it's beneficial for the body. You can do you can train your muscles, right? You can get increases in muscular strength and muscular endurance. If you do some aerobic exercise or cardio exercise, you can get benefits for your heart, for your lungs, right? For your arteries. You can lose fat, right? You can burn fat. You have to do that more. You can lose weight. These days, a lot of people use physical therapy, right, to recover from injury. So not only exercise can help you recover from injury, but it can make you more resistant to injury. Also, you'll see increased energy, right, and better sleep. So we all know that, right? That's years and years of research, so there's nothing more that I can say about that, even though there is a lot more research. What I want to talk about today is how it benefits your mind, or how it benefits your brain. So, when you exercise, your brain emits neurotransmitters like dopamine, serotonin, epinephrine, norepinephrine, acetylcholine. So all these things, they're the chemicals, they're the hormones in your body that make you feel confident. Some of the research that I saw said it's like giving your brain a bubble bath, right? So as little as 10 minutes of exercise can cause your body or cause your brain to emit these neurotransmitters. And not only does it work in the short term, right? It makes you feel better in the short term, but it can have long-term effects. It can, a lot of depression is associated with lack of these neurotransmitters in your brain. So now the American Psychiatric Association is recommending exercise as a standalone therapy for some types of depression, right? Can you imagine that? They're not recommending drugs, right? They're saying you can use exercise alone to deal with depression. Okay, so I personally find that quite amazing. So in addition to that, exercise can help you develop your prefrontal cortex, right? So the prefrontal cortex is the part of the brain that deals with personality, right? It's sort of who you are. It's higher level behavior, such as patience and tenderness and things like that. There's actually a case, a historical case of a man named Phineas Gage, and he was involved in a bizarre accident where there was an explosion in a bar, got shot through his brain, and it knocked his prefrontal cortex off his brain, 80%. And so after he lost his prefrontal cortex, he survived, but his family said before the accident he was quite patient and was a loving husband and a loving father, and then afterwards he was impatient and aggressive and all sort of the opposite of what he was before. So, so the research shows that aerobic exercise like biking or running or whatever, swimming, that has a robust effect on the prefrontal cortex. And that's significant because, especially for high schoolers, this part of your brain is still developing. It's not fully developed yet. So by doing aerobic exercise, you can develop that, more. Okay. Exercise also has been found. So when I was in school, we were told that the brain, when you're born, you have a certain amount of brain cells and you can't grow anymore. So recent research shows that you can actually grow new brain cells. There are new brain cells called neurogenesis, and it occurs in the hippocampus. And exercise has a robust effect on neurogenesis. So the cells start in the hippocampus, and they can migrate to other parts of the brain. So it could migrate to the prefrontal cortex or whatever. So you can actually replace damaged brain cells. So not only exercise has an effect on this, but it also helps you strengthen the neural pathways. Like if you're exercising, if you're doing something that you do a lot, you can strengthen the pathways, the connections between the synapses, right? You'll make these easier to use, right? So you'll get better and better at your exercise. So it's increasing these. And if you learn something new, if you learn a new exercise, like you're going to go and learn snowboarding this year, then you'll create new pathways in your brain, right? So it's causing you to have more synapses, right? To have more connections to your brain, right? Research has shown that meditation actually can increase the size of your hippocampus, which will then increase the amount of new cells you can make. So not only can your brain grow new cells, right, and create new pathways, but it also makes it resistant to neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's, which are associated with aging and loss of brain cells and things like that. Not only do we have these things, right, these benefits for our brain, but it also affects your emotions and your mood, right? So it also has exercise can have an immediate effect. There's a researcher named Amy Cuddy, and she was looking at posture and human movement. So if you're interested in this part, this is the part I find really remarkable. You can look her up on YouTube. So she noticed that when we do things, like if you make a three-point shot in the last second of the game, she was seeing commonalities in postures when people did this, right? We all raise our arms up over our head, right? High five, right? Not only today, we not only give each other high fives, right? We make a video of it and post it on TikTok. Some of my sons, every time I look at some of my son's classmates' TikTok videos, they're always shooting 3 points, right? So she noticed that we have these open postures when we do something successful, or when we're dominant, right? We have these open, dominant postures. And she not only found that they were true, that it was true in humans, it was also true for people who were blind from birth. So people who had never seen anybody else do this also did these open postures, these lifting your arms up over your head, when they did successful things. So that's remarkable. And she found they were also true in the animal world, right? In monkeys and apes, they also, when they feel successful or happy, they lift their arms up over their head. So she began to think, what if this works in reverse? What if lifting your arms up over your head can make me feel successful? So, for instance, like if you put a pencil between your teeth, it makes you smile. So, can putting a pencil between your teeth make you happy? You can try it, right, if you have a pencil. So she did some research on this. She had these open postures, right? You can see the top row is open postures, right? They're dominant postures, they're relaxed. And she had participants in this study, and there were some closed postures too, right? Like, I'm afraid, or I'm anxious, and things like that. So she had these two groups, and they did a blood test on them. They did a test on their blood chemistry, and they measured the amount of testosterone and the amount of cortisol in the blood. So testosterone being associated with dominance and confidence, and cortisol being associated with anxiety. So she had these people do it for 2 minutes, do these postures for 2 minutes. They took a blood test before and after. And after only 2 minutes of this posture, they found that in the open postures, testosterone was increased and cortisol was decreased. And in these closed postures, cortisol was increased and testosterone was decreased. So the simple movement of what should I say, that you do these movements changes the chemistry of your blood. Okay, so you think about that. So if I'm, like today I'm quite nervous, I'm standing in front of you talking, and as adults we have to do things that make us nervous. So perhaps we can use these postures, these open postures, to make us feel less nervous. Like if I have a test, then I can lift my arms up over my head for 2 minutes, and I'll feel more confident, I'll do better on the test. Okay, so now I'd like to do some exercises with you that are specifically designed to make you feel confident and get your arms above your head. Yes? You guys are also quiet. You didn't fall asleep, right, while I was talking? Okay. All right, what are we? Right. Okay, so we're going to do an exercise. We're going to do some exercise today called gyrokinesis. It's kind of new in China, but it has a lot of movements that promote posture. Okay, so I want everyone, I'm going to get my chair here. Okay, so I have my chair. Here we go, and you have your chair. All right. Yeah, so I want everyone to sit up. All right, sit at the edge, right? You need to get your feet out in front of you. Don't kick anyone. But we're going to get our feet out in front of us. And I want everyone to sit up straight. Okay, so for some people, that's a challenge, sitting up straight. So what is sitting up straight? The first thing, right, you need to find your sit bones. They're on the bottom of your butt, right, on the bottom of your pelvis. And you want your sit bones to be aiming down. Right, so can everyone feel that? It's a soft seat. If you have a harder seat, you can find it more. But you want your sit bones aiming down, and want your head, like if you take the holes of your ears, and you go straight up to the top of your head, that's the top of your head, right? So that part goes up. So your sit bones are going down, and your head's going up, and that's sitting up straight. So that's an exercise for a lot of people already. If you sit at work like this, right? So you want to be sitting up this as much as possible, right? Now from here, right, I want everyone to hands out by your sides a bit, right? And I want you to shrug your shoulders up to your ears. Right? And then release your shoulders back down, let them float back down. Let's do that again. So you can put your breathing with this exercise, right? So you'll notice that as you inhale, it's quite a lot easier to shrug your shoulders. And as you exhale, it's quite a lot easier. You can try the opposite if you want. You can exhale and shrug your shoulders, but it's quite, it's painful. It's not painful, but it's challenging, right? Because our inhaling muscles and our shoulder shrugging muscles are the same. So here we go, up, and exhale, down. And let's do that again. Inhale up, and exhale down. 2 more times, right? Hopefully we're not becoming dizzy. Inhale up. Everyone in the back doing it too, right? 1 more time. Inhale up, and exhale down. Good. Then I want you to put your hands on your thighs, right? And we're going to do something called arch. So arch. So you want to lift your chest up, okay? But it's a whole spine exercise. I want you to tip your pelvis forward at the same time and lift your eyes. So that's arch. Right? And we're going to go back to upright, back to the center. And then we're going to do curl, which is the opposite, right? So let's roll your pelvis back, drop your chest, drop your chin, look down slightly. Right? So you got to move your pelvis, and you can, all right, we'll keep going, right? So back to upright, back to straight. Do it again. Now this time put your inhale with your arch, right? So it's inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. You can do ocean breath. So don't just move your head. All right, what everyone does is they just move their head. Right, because we're sitting at computers, right? So the spine doesn't get enough exercise. You got to move your whole spine. Here we go. Let's do it again. Inhale, arch. Lift up. Exhale, curl. Good. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. 1 more time, please. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. Now we're going to put our arms, we put our breathing, right? So you can see, you can try the opposite way. You can go exhale, arch, inhale, curl, but it doesn't feel natural, right? Because the inhaling muscles and the arching muscles are the same, right? So inhale, you can put your breathing with it. Inhale, arch, exhale, curl. We're going to put our arms with our spine, right? So I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but when you rotate your arms outward, it makes you arch. Can everyone feel that? You might have to bring them in front. It's fine, you can bring them in front, right? Don't become too familiar with the person beside you, right? And then when you rotate down, right? This is internal rotation, but it makes you curl. Right? So your arms are connected to your spine. So let's do it, everyone together. So we're gonna inhale, arch, spiral, right? Pinky fingers up, thumbs down, arch. Exhale, curl. Inhale, arch. Right? Get your arms up. We're getting up to shoulder level, right? Exhale down. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. You look like a church congregation there. And exhale down. All right, we're going to not say that. Here we go. Inhale, arch. We're a cult. Here we go. Inhale, arch. We're going to serve the Kool-Aid later. Exhale, curl. Inhale, arch. Good. Exhale, curl. Next time we're going forward. Still spiraling, right? So it's curl. Yeah, and then you pull back. Same thing, spiraling, arch. Yeah, curl. Good. Drop your chin. Sit on the back of your pelvis. Drop your chest down. Pull your abdominals in. If you're thinking, I need my six-pack abs, you're getting abdominal work here. Here we go. Arch. Exhale, curl. Not only are we moving our arms and our spine, I want you to push with your heels. We're getting our legs into it now, right? So push with your heels. Now when you come back to arch, pull with your heels, right? Pull with your heels, lift your chest, pull your arms back, so your whole body is arching. Exhale, curl. Good, yeah, can you feel how your legs, actually pulling your heels toward you, makes you arch as well. Exhale, curl one more time, here we go. Good. Arch, and back to upright. Okay, so that was it. That was kind of in the front and back plane, sagittal plane. Right now we're going to do side to side, right? So I want you to push with one leg, lift up one side of your pelvis, yeah, and the other ear goes toward the ceiling. Yes, you got to move your pelvis, you got to move your head. Other side, push with this leg, push your left leg, right ear to the ceiling. Push. Push. We're moving in the spine in the different planes, right? So you got to move your pelvis, move your head. If you move your pelvis, your head will move automatically. You don't have to move it. Just to stay balanced. Here we go, right? Inhale. Exhale, center. Inhale. Exhale, center. Inhale. There we go. Exhale, center. It's starting to look crazy. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale, center. Last one, inhale. Right. The next exercise is going to be even crazier, right? So if you're doing this in your office, you might have to tell people that you're not actually crazy. So here we go. Next one is seaweed. So I'm moving from the pelvis again. Seaweed. It's like a bigger one than I just did. We're doing sideways shift. Now we're doing seaweed. Yeah? Is your spine warming up? Did you exercise already this morning? Seaweed. Yeah, come on, keep going. Move the pelvis. Push with your legs. Yeah, good. This one's looking. I need to get my camera out and take a picture of you guys doing this. All right, now we're going opposite. This is not seaweed, right? This is swimming, tadpole swimming. So from your head, up, up. Stevie Wonder, here we go, up, up. There we go. Move, you gotta get your head, you gotta move it enough so that it moves your pelvis. Up, up, up. Are you having a good time yet? Up. I can hear people laughing. Up. Must be working. All right, back to seaweed, please. Back to seaweed. There we go, back to seaweed. Come on, seaweed, let me see. Seaweed, Tanya, I can see you there out of the corner of my eye. You're not seaweeding. You told me that you wanted to exercise more. Yes. I can see you there. Right, and the last one, back to tadpole swimming. Up, 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 up. We're swimming upwards, up, 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 up. Okay, right. Now we're gonna put it a little bit all together, right? We're gonna put these moves together, right? So we're gonna get our arms. Here we go. So up, arch. Yeah, arms over your head. All right, let me think. Is this? I'm sorry. We're gonna do breaststroke next. So here we go. Up. And down, right? So there we go. So it's like a fountain. Go up, and then the water falls back down. So it's arch, and then curl back down with your exhale. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl back down. There we go. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl back down. Two more, please. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl back down. Last one. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl back down. Okay, now we're up here. Here we go. Right? So this is called Happy Buddha. So curl, so there we go. So it's curl, right? It's curl, spiral your hands, right? And then it's opposite. Aim your fingers at each other, right? And you're arching. Look at the top of the wall, right? Do it again. Exhale, curl. Inhale, Happy Buddha. Exhale, curl. Move your pelvis, come on, move your spine. Up, Happy Buddha. Two more, please. Exhale. Inhale, up, Happy Buddha. Last one. Inhale up, Happy Buddha, hold. All right, hold. Yeah, you got it? Hold, get your arms up there above your head, please. I can see you. There we go. Good, Happy Buddha, good. Palms facing each other. Lift your chest. Yeah, stick your butt out. Yeah, that's a good cue, right? Hold it there, hold it there. Keep breathing. Okay, and then back down. Now we're gonna put it all together. Last exercise, we're gonna go in a circle. We're gonna do the things we just did. We're gonna go in a circle, right? So it's arch, side, curl, side, back to arch. We went in a circle, right? Did you see that? So it can't be just your neck, it's gotta be your whole spine. Here we go. So arch, exhale, side, curl, side, arch. Inhale here, right? Around and back up. Do it again. Around and back up. Yeah, one more time. Around. Inhale, back up, change directions. Around. Back up. Inhale, back up. Exhale. Inhale back up. Last one. Exhale. Inhale back up. Okay, I see everyone stop following me. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing with our hand. Put your fingers together, get them up over your head. All right, so here we go, right? Side, hands down, curl, side, arch. Ready? Exhale. Inhale back up. One more, exhale. Inhale back up. Change directions. Inhale back up. Let me get my camera. Arms over your head, please. Last one. Inhale back up. Good. All right. And then bring your hands down. Good. I know that was awesome. Thank you. Good. Right. You feel like you warmed up? You warmed up a bit, right? Yeah, you warmed a bit, and you warmed your spine up. Yeah, that's nice, right? You can do that at home. You can do that at your desk, and your brain will work better, right? You'll have better memory. You'll have better concentration. You can do that if you're in school and you're getting ready for a test, right? You get your arms up over your head 2 minutes. You'll have better concentration, you'll have better memory, you'll feel less anxious. Okay, so I hope that at least you had fun. All right, thank you very much. And yeah, thank you very much. Good, there we go. Done.